Welcome back to Go With Us, and this is everything you really need to know this week in Pokemon Go, running from the 18th of May all the way until the 25th. Let's get straight into our calendar now, and we're going to kick off again with our Max Monday from 6 to 7 p.m. local time, which is going to be the introduction of the Dynamax debut of Registeel. Dmax Registeel is an absolute boss. It is a pure steel type from the Hoenn region. It has a max CP of 2766, an attack value of 143, but have a look at that defensive stat. This is where this Pokemon really shines in the situation. 285 and a stamina of 190 CP. It's only weak to 3 types, which is going to be fighting, fire, and ground, but have a look at this Pokemon's resistances. Rock, steel, psychic, ice, normal, grass, fairy, dragon, bug, and it even double resists poison, which makes this Pokemon currently in the game the most resisted DMAX Pokemon that we have in the game right now, alongside something like Zamazenta. But where this Pokemon really shines is have a look at its fast attacks. It gets access to Rock Smash, so you could potentially use this as a fighting type, but it's more on Lock On and Metal Claw. Both of these moves are half a second fast moves, and if you guys didn't know, half a second fast moves, especially as a tanking Pokemon, is brilliant to have because it charges the Dynamax meter a lot quicker, more so than what charged attacks would do. So in the case of Regirock and Regice, those Dynamax Pokemon only have Lock On, which is still very good, but in Registeel's case, it has Lock On and Metal Claw, so you can use this as a steel type as well. This officially makes this Pokemon the best tanking Pokemon in the game alongside Zamazenta, hands down, and it actually has more resistances than what Zamazenta has. But it's also worth mentioning as well that Registeel in the Gold Battle League, particularly in the Ultra League right now with XL Candy, is currently ranked 114th, but in the Great League, it's not so good right now, currently hovering around that top 200 mark, but there was a time where this Pokemon was almost impossible to beat in the Go Battle League. It just takes a little meta shift or a change of season to bring this Pokemon right back to the top. Dynamax Registeel is going to serve you very well in a few different scenarios. That's our Max Monday out of the way, but let's get back to our calendar again, and please remember that this Monday is going to be the last day of the Spring Marathon event, and remember, that is bringing about our Pokemon Go debut of Flittle going into Espathra. You're going to need to get 50 candy to get that evolution. Unfortunately, Espathra is a pure psychic type, not the best raid attacker, and even PvP, it has come out now that this Pokemon is not going to be very good, so it's definitely more of a dex filler. Please remember to do that free timed research, which requires us to walk 42 kilometers in order to get your Marathon Pikachu visor. You're only going to have like 2 days left to do this, so prepare to get walking. Bear in mind that the Hundo CP for the Pikachu visor is going to be 402 CP. I just want to talk about that Go Pass very quickly. Please remember that on Monday, it's going to be Fast Track Mondays because of those daily discoveries bonus and the current season we're in right now. So those daily tasks are going to reward you double the points. So if you didn't have time, or if you maybe had a busy week last week and you couldn't get this done, Monday could be a great opportunity to progress through that quite quickly. Of course, the bonuses once you reach tier 1 are going to be 2 times XP for spinning a Pokestop, and if you did purchase the deluxe, it is going to be 3 times XP for spinning a Pokestop, and at tier 2, it's going to be half a hatch distance when placed into an incubators to hatch the following eggs. The 5-kilometer egg pool is a pretty good one. We can see Pichu with a flower crown, Togepi with a flower crown, Happiny with a flower crown, as well as the debut of Flittle. When it comes to the field research of this event, we now know the full field research tasks and their rewards. So spin 10 Pokestops is going to get you Baneri with a flower crown, Cottony with a flower crown, as well as Eevee with a cherry blossom. If you spin a Pokestop that you haven't visited before, you're going to get 1 rare candy, and exploring 2 kilometers is going to get you another Baneri encounter, Cottony encounter, as well as Eevee, all coming with us flower crowns. Also, the final reward of that Go Pass is going to be a Flittle encounter at level 60. Let's get back to the calendar again, and please remember on Monday morning at 9 a.m. you will receive your Adventure Sync rewards, of which if you did walk 25 kilometers you will get access to that 5-kilometer Adventure Sync egg, and if you walked 50 kilometers you will get access to the 10-kilometer Adventure Sync egg. If you want both eggs, you're going to have 2 egg slots open on Monday morning or whenever you do open the game for the first time that week. Please remember these Pokemon are only going to be in the eggs for the next 2 weeks. So the 5-kilometer egg pool is going to be Chingling, Happiny, Audino, Riolu, and Skarmory. Of course, the big hitters there are going to be Audino, potentially for that Mega Audino Hundo if you don't have it. Riolu is definitely our best pick there. Of course, that Hundo CP is going to be 567. We did have Riolu Hatch Day, but with Mega Lucario being the best fighting type attacker in the game right now and Mega Lucario Z arriving in the game at some point, Great opportunity to try and chase over that hundo again. And Skarmory is in there as well at a hundo CP at 1204, and it has been confirmed that Mega Skarmory Raid Day will be happening next month. So again, we've been hyping up this Pokemon, and again, you're probably going to see the potential of that next month. In the 10-kilometer adventure sync pool, you can see Goomy, Turtonator, Toxel, Gible, and Dreepy. Of course, Gible going into Garchomp and Mega Garchomp. Undoubtedly one of the best megas in the game right now, so remember to go after those adventure sync eggs while they're still available. What raid bosses are going down this week? Let's kick off with our 5-star raid bosses, and remember guys, as of the release of this video, we only have 2 days left to raid the regional Ultra Beast, which is going to be Buzzwole, Pheromosa, and Xurkitree. Undoubtedly, Xurkitree is going to be your top pick here. The shiny, to be honest, the shiny of all of these Pokemon is really good, but Xurkitree, especially as an electric type attacker, is in the top 5 in the game right now. You can also use Xurkitree as an off-type fairy type attacker because it does get access to Dazzling Gleam, as well as an off-type grass type attacker because it does get access to Power Whip. Because of its high attack stat, it really performs well in those categories as well. Very, very good Pokemon to raid. In Pheromosa's case, as a bug type attacker, because its base attack stat is so incredibly high, over 300, but its defense is incredibly low. It's currently sitting around the 22nd spot as a bug type attacker, but its shiny is absolutely beautiful, I have to say. But then coming in on the 20th, we are going to see the return of Tapu Bulu, which is a fairy and grass type Pokemon originally coming from the Alola region. Tapu Bulu actually has some really good base stats. It has a max CP of 3865, an attack value of 249, which is really good, a defense of 215, and a stamina of 172. So off the bat, a really strong start here. It is weak to 5 different things, including being double weak to poison, so bring along those poison types, but it also has quite a lot of resistances, including having a double resistance to dragon. Its fast attacks are going to be Rock Smash and Bullet Seed, and its charged attacks are going to be Mega Horn, Dazzling Gleam, Solar Beam, and Grass Knot, but it does also get access to Nature's Madness. You can see that little star there. That means that to get Nature's Madness on this Pokemon, you need to use an Elite Charge TM. If we see how this translates as a raid attacker, as a fairy type with Nature's Madness, it is currently going to be the 8th best Pokemon in the game to use as a fairy type, which is very good. And as a grass type attacker as well, with Bullet Seed and Grass Knot combination, it's breaking into the top 20, which makes this Pokemon as an all-rounder incredibly good. It doesn't stop there though. In the Master League 2, it's currently breaking to the top 100, so as a niche pick, especially because of that fairy typing and its Nature's Madness, it's going to resist a lot, but it's also going to hit those dragon types really hard because as we know, there are a lot of dragons in that Master League category. Really good Pokemon to go after. That shiny is also beautiful, coming with a 1 in 20 shiny rate. Please remember to raid Tapu Bulu. But what mega raids are going down this week? Guys, Mega Glalie will still be in mega raids until the 19th. It's important to mention now that Mega Glalie only spawns like once a year, which is going to be in that winter time if you are in the northern hemisphere. If you're in the southern hemisphere, it's around that summertime, around the December time, which is very rare, and a lot of people forget to do it because if we have a look at its base stats, it's an okay attacker. It's the 13th best ice type attacker in the game. If you are a new player or if you are a returning player, this could be a good place to start. If you're looking for a decent ice type, it is going to be outclassed by the other Pokemon in this category, but while you can, and it's something I forgot to do for years because you only see it like once or twice a year, you need to get it for your Mega Dex. But returning on the 20th to Mega Raids, we are going to see the return of Mega Altaria, which is a dragon and fairy type Pokemon. It has a max CP of 3576, an attack value of 222, a defense of 218, and a stamina of 181. This is definitely a Pokemon you want to get to Mega Level 3 so you can get a lot of candy gains for the dragon and fairy type, especially when it comes to XL candy, because as we know, at Mega Level 3, and eventually when this Pokemon can get to Super Mega Level, you're going to get like a 25 to 30% more chance at XL candy when catching dragon or fairy types. We cannot finish our raid bosses without looking at our 5-star Shadow raid boss, which is going to be Shadow Cresselia, the pure Psychic type Pokemon originally coming from the Sinnoh region. At level 50, it has a max CP of 3230, an attack of 152, which is a little bit low, but have a look at these defensive and HP stats, 258 and 260 respectively, very good. As a raid attacker, because it is a pure Psychic type, it's only going to be the 85th best in the game with Confusion and Future Sight, but it's more so in the Go Battle League where this Pokemon shines incredibly well. It isn't ranked very well right now, but that could change in future seasons, but when it comes to the Ultra League, this is where the Pokemon shines best. Currently hovering around that 50th spot, Shadow Cresselia has been a staple in the Ultra League. Please make sure to raid this Pokemon and try and get that shiny, because that Shadow Shiny Cresselia is going to be a 1 in 20 shiny rate, and it is beautiful. Those are going to be your main raid bosses of this week. But before we go any further, I have a massive favor to ask you guys. There are thousands of you watching right now, and I almost want to test this as an experiment. If you guys didn't know, I'm an actor. I've done commercials for companies like Rexona, Pringles, Airheads Candy. I can't necessarily show it here because of copyright reasons, and I'm also pushing the film and TV thing. But one thing I want you guys to do is please give me a follow on Instagram. The only reason why is that the way casting directors work these days is that they really look at your socials. I know it's such a shallow thing to ask and to even say, and I can't believe that they base this on this, but guys, I need you to hit me with a follow, please. I'm gonna leave it on screen right now, which is gonna be at Mikey McKenz, and I will leave it in the description below. If we can get this thing to 10K as quickly as possible, I would really appreciate your support, and to be honest, I want you guys to follow me. But let's get back to this research breakthrough box. Remember guys, for the research breakthrough box, all the way until the end of the season, so we've only got a few weeks left to do this, you will get some rewards like XP and Stardust, but you will get an encounter with a reward Pokemon. Those Pokemon are going to be Gyarados at a max CP of 1453, Honedge is in there at 595 CP, Delmise is in there at 1264, Sinistea is in there at 488 CP, Duraludon's in there at 1314 CP, as well as Dreepy being in there at 328 CP. Let's move on to Tuesday now, and it looks like the only thing we really need to worry about there is going to be the Daily Discoveries bonus of Showcase Tuesday, which does allow us to feature Pokemon up to 20 different categories. You can chip away at your Showcase Platinum medal, which requires you to win 100 showcases, but the other thing it can do is that by coming first, you will get access to some really good premium items like incubators, lucky eggs, and star pieces. Please remember to enter those showcases. Then let's move on to Wednesday. Don't forget about the raid hour of Tapu Bulu. I already explained how good Tapu Bulu is. I showed you its base stats and how good it is as a raid attacker. Please remember to bring along those poison types because it is double weak to poison. If you guys want to know that 100% CP, it's going to be 1953 CP, but the weather boosted CP is going to be 2442 CP, and that's going to be in sunny and cloudy weather because of that fairy and grass typing. Then let's move on to Thursday the 21st, and as you can see, it is earmarked for Go Battle Thursdays. Guys, we only have a few weeks left to do this, and this may change next season. Please would you do this? You can play up to 10 sets per day, which is 50 battles on this day at 4 times Stardust awards, which means the Stardust gains here, especially if you are winning a lot of battles and you want to pop that star piece, Stardust gains could be massive here. But the other big reason, and I've got community members to show this and prove my point, play Go Battle League, because if you get to certain levels, you will get reward Pokemon. Just have a look. We've had at least 3 or 4 community members, and we're going to leave their screenshots on screen right now. Guys, people are getting Zacians, you're getting Groudons off GBL reward track, legendary Pokemon that help you incredibly, and remember that base floor is 10 10 10, so you have a great chance at getting a hundo, and we've proven this before by getting our own hundos with other Pokemon. Please remember to play Go Battle League, guys. I'm telling you, as time gets on, this feature is only going to get better with technology updates. It's only going to improve. It's actually really fun because when you get into the types and the move counting and all that stuff, it does get pretty technical, and I don't think it's as boring as people say it is. Remember to play Go Battle League. Then moving on to Friday the 22nd, we have to talk about Friendship Friday, which if you guys didn't know is all about trading. Guys, on Friendship Fridays, you can get 2 special trades on that day. Trades are going to cost 10% less Stardust. You're going to get 2 XL candy per trade. But the most important thing here is that you have a higher chance of these Pokemon going lucky on trades. We have seen reports of people getting up to almost 20 luckies in 100 trades. Guys, that is incredible. I'm going to say it every week. I don't care if I keep banging this drum. And I've said it in previous videos, just look at the trades we've done recently. Hundo Magikarp lucky, 2 Hundo Tinkatinks lucky, Hundo Flabebe lucky, all between 2 accounts that I just happened to trade with, and these Pokemon all went lucky. Also, we just recently had Dino Community Day, and if you guys really want that Schlundo Hydreigon, this could be a great day to try and trade some of those shiny dinos, because I know you are going to have a few left over, and you may even have a few left over from Riolu Hatch Day for some of those shiny Riolus. Guys, trust me, Friendship Fridays, very underrated. Trading, in my opinion, is one of the most underutilized things in Pokemon Go. Let's get on to Saturday the 23rd, which is going to be our main event of the week, which is going to be the debut of Mega Falinks coming to Pokemon Go in its own Super Mega Raid Day, which of course was introduced during the Kalos Tour. These are not going to be your regular Mega Raids, they are Super Mega Raids. Before I go any further, I've already done a full video breakdown of how these Super Mega Raids work in relation to Mega Falinks, which you can see up here. It is a little bit confusing, it's a lot more complicated than a Mega Raid, so I've really simplified it for you, and I'm going to leave it as the end screen as well, already completed for you guys so you're not lost at all. That really focuses on that day and the things you need to worry about. The event bonuses are that the remote raid limit is going to be increased to 20. You can receive up to 6 free raid passes from spinning gym discs, but please remember, if you didn't do a raid the day before, that pass is going to carry over, so you can do 7 free raids. And remember, Super Mega Raids give you more rewards. A free timed research will be available to trainers as well, where we can complete complete research tasks to earn a premium battle pass, including one encounter with Mawile. An event ticket for a total cost of $5 will also be available, where you can get up to 14 free raid passes from spinning these gym discs on top of the 7, so you're going to be able to do over 20 raids here. You're going to get an increased chance of rare XL candy from these raids. You're going to get an additional 5,000 XP from these raids, including an additional 5,000 Stardust. Guys, really good day for resources. Again, we have detailed the whole thing, and please watch it at the end of this video. If we move on to Sunday the 24th, don't forget about double time Sundays, which doubles the duration of your lure modules. Normally, any single lure you use is going to last for 30 minutes. On Sundays, it's going to last for an hour. Unfortunately, there is no event that this could correlate where you could maybe sit in a certain spot or in a park where you could maybe get the lures going and pop an incense for certain spawns. But because the seasonal spawns are going to be active, it's going to be difficult to know what you're actually going to attract. But please remember to do this, because you can also work on that picnicker medal, which does require other trainers to catch 2,500 Pokemon off your lure. As you know, we are getting closer and closer to GoFest, especially the in-person events. We may cover those, but we've already done a full GoFest global breakdown, at least everything you need to know right now, which we are going to leave as the end screen above me. Guys, please watch that video, but only after you watch that Mega Falinks, because I'm telling you, there is something in there that you haven't remembered. Guys, please remember to hit that follow on Instagram for me. I would really appreciate that. Again, let's try and build that as quick as possible, and I want you guys to support me. Thank you so much. Please smash that like and subscribe button on this video, and most importantly, hype this video so we can send it as far as wide as possible. You guys really enjoy these videos weekly. We've been doing it for some time. We can only say that we're just so grateful for your support. The channel is growing every day, and the numbers are just getting better and better. Love you guys. Go with us. We're going to be the best trainers together, and we're going to catch you in the next one, baby. Shh.